Orally transmitted teachings, Ongi Kuden, in Japanese on Buddhism Lesson 8 The Three Great Esoteric Laws By Three Great Esoteric Laws, we must understand three great hidden laws. However, now they will be fully revealed to all. They are, the Dai Gohonzon, the Daimoku of the Lotus Sutra, the Soka Gakkai. The Dai Gohonzon, the presentation of the context of the transcription of this first esoteric law, which historically comes in second place, will open the understanding of its meaning and the inventory of its typologies. Its significance. The Dai Gohonzon is the fundamental object of veneration inscribed on wood with golden characters on October 12, 1279 for us mere mortals, so that we emerge from the sufferings of birth and death. The Dai Gohonzon is the graphic representation of the treasure's tower and the ceremony in the air described in the Lotus Sutra, from the 11th to the 22nd chapters. The Daishonin describes, therein, the Buddha of chapter 16, Juryo, duration of the Tathagata, of the Lotus Sutra, at the same time as he defines Myôhô Rengué Kyô, the ultimate law governing all phenomena in the universe. Gohonzon's typologies. Besides the Dai Gohonzon enshrined in Taisei-ji-ki, the main temple of the Nichiren Shoshu, there are several types of Gohonzon. Onomari Gohonzon. The Onomari Gohonzon is a small Gohonzon that one has on oneself. Okataji Gohonzon. It is a Gohonzon inscribed in paper ink, a reduced format of the Dai Gohonzon, and which is given to each practitioner who requests it. It is enshrined in a piece of furniture called Butsudan, in the applicant's home. The Daimoku of the Lotus Sutra, Nam Myôhô Rengué Kyô. In the teachings of the Daishonin, the Daimoku of the Lotus Sutra appears as the first of the three great esoteric laws and above all the true entity of life that governs all phenomena in the universe. Its meaning in a concise way, Nam Myôhô Rengué Kyô, the full title of the Lotus Sutra, could be translated as, I devote myself to the wonderful law of the Lotus Sutra, or again, I bring my life into harmony with the life or the law of the universe, or in a more academic way, and glory to the Lotus Sutra of the good law. Nam or Namu. Nam is a word derived from the phonetic transcription in Chinese character of the Sanskrit word namas, which refers to bow down or to venerate. The translation of Nam or Namu from Chinese characters gives to consecrate one's life, kimayo, in Japanese. To dedicate one's life, here, means to dedicate one's life, body and mind to the law and try to protect it and make one's whole being its incarnation. Myôhô. Literally, Myôhô means wonderful law and expresses the relationship between the life of the universe and its many manifestations. Myô refers to the very essence of unobservable life that is beyond people's comprehension. This essence expresses itself in a tangible form which can be grasped by the senses. These phenomena change, but a single and invisible principle governs them all. Myô. Rengué, pronounced Rengué or lotus. The lotus or Rengué is a metaphor used to describe the characteristics of the marvelous law, its purity, the concomitant growth, at the same time, of the flower and the fruit. First characteristic, its purity. Despite the fact that it grows in muddy ponds, swamps, the lotus is not soiled by its environment, produces pure flowers, which also have pleasant smells. This evokes the image of people who have a firm faith in the wonderful law and practice it, notwithstanding that they live in this world of suffering. Saha. The concomitant growth of the flower and the fruit. Unlike the other flowers, the lotus contains a seed, the lotus fruit, inside its buds, and the flower and the fruit grow and appear at the same time. This reflects a common existence, the simultaneity of the cause, flower, and the effect, the fruit. This image means that the fact that Buddhahood, although unobservable, exists even in the lives of ordinary people, whose existence has not yet been proven. Second, even after becoming a Buddha, we retain the states of life of an ordinary person. Kyô. Literally, Kyô means sutra or teaching of a Buddha. Kyô also means sound, rhythm or vibration. The Chinese character for Kyô originally referred to the thread of a woven work, temporal continuity. Therefore, Kyô represents the eternal character of Nam Myôhô Rengué. In a broad sense, Kyô indicates that the Lotus Sutra, in addition to containing it, is the eternal truth or wonderful law that every man and woman should worship. The first of the three great esoteric laws in chronological order. Of the three great esoteric laws, Daimoku, title, in Japanese, of the Lotus Sutra is the first to appear, in chronological order. Indeed, it is through the recitation of Daimoku or after having pronounced Nam Myôhô Rengué Kyô that Nichiren Daishonin attained enlightenment on his own at noon on April 28, 1253. The law, the true entity of life governing the phenomena of the universe, the 5 characters of Nam Myôhô, literally the 5 characters of Myôhô, which are written in 7 characters, constitute the ultimate law, the true entity of life that governs all phenomena of the universe. The great shrine of the definitive teaching, the Soka Gakkai. Its signification and order of importance, the grand sanctuary comes in 3rd place. Ever since the Daishonin established the need to build a shrine for Buddhism in the future in the Gosho, and entrusted this mission to his successors, erroneous interpretations of the term shrine have been coming from all sides. I will first correct all these misinterpretations before definitively establishing the correct interpretation of the notion of sanctuary of the definitive teaching. The misinterpretation of this mission, the monks of Nichiren Shoshu and other schools claiming the legacy of Nichiren have a totally false conception of the mission entrusted to his successors by the Daishonin. Regarding the sanctuary, the monks thought about a physical building constructed under the aegis of the imperial power. The true interpretation of the notion of the sanctuary of the definitive teaching, the beginning of a positive interpretation, Josei Toda, 1900–1958, the 2nd president of the Soka Gakkai, believed that in our democratic environment, the mission entrusted to us should be interpreted as the realization of the Kosen Rufu movement. The true interpretation of the notion of the sanctuary of the definitive teaching. In reality, the sanctuary of the definitive teaching exists, it is in front of our eyes, and this since its creation on November 18, 1930. It is the Soka Gakkai, who protected Buddhist law from extinction during the persecution of the Buddhist community during World War II. This was the Soka Gakkai, who has done the most for the Kosen Rufu movement in Japan, and in the world. This is the Soka Gakkai. The Shrine of the Definitive Teaching refers to the organization that leads the Kosen Rufu movement. If the Soka Gakkai is the great sanctuary, it becomes ipso facto the monk's treasure, henceforth the treasure of the Soka Gakkai. After ingesting this educational capsule, it will possible for you to deepen your knowledge on this theme by referring to my sutras or writings of a Buddha, in Sanskrit, where it is developed at length. These sutras are available, in French, the original version, in American English, and in German in paperback and Kindle books on all Amazon sales sites. Regarding the references of my sutras, please refer to my TikTok or Facebook profiles or to Lesson 11 of my teachings. All my videos are compiled on my 3 YouTube channels, Kosen Rufu TV, English Kosen Rufu TV and Kosen Rufu Well. For the links to these channels, see my bio or type the title of the channel of your choice in the Google search bar.